Rookie Cross. Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back for a very exciting reaction, and we'll be reacting to one of our favorite rookie groups, Blitzers!
Yes, so Blitzers is back with a new music video this week called Bobbin. Good-up. So obviously we watched the teaser beforehand, so we kind of know what to expect. So that being said, let's just go!
Oh yes.
Okay, for the first 2 seconds, I was like, is the sound not working?
Oh, they're like controlling the back.
Oh.
Is this just gonna be only dancing?
And then occasional shots of the mechanical bull. Or was that only the beginning? Oh. Well, it sounded like there was effects on his voice.
It's still really on brand. Like the lyrics, all mine.
Oh. Whoa. What the heck? There's like so much space in this section. Is that the word I want to use? Oh, they doubled.
Still like,
huh?
Makes me want to like rebel. It still makes me want to like get up and rebel against something.
I mean, rock sound.
Yeah. I just always love it.
Oh, this is really like gritty for a bridge.
I can like imagine them saying that part through like a megaphone.
Dang it. I was thinking about saying that as one of my comments. No, yeah, there's like an effect on their voice.
Sorry.
No, you're good, you're good. No, that was a lot.
I just want to start my comments off by saying this is honestly my favorite type of music video because it's just dancing with like the interspersed shots of their faces. And I know that there's a lot of differing opinions about that, especially because storylines are popular these days, but like I'm a dancer. This is what I live for. So I was very happy when it clicked in my mind that we were just going to be watching them dance for the whole song. But about the music video, about the dance, right from the very start, it is really setting up the Blitzers brand in the choreography because it literally starts and they show the aerial shot of like a lock sort of like breaking open and someone trying to reach through it. That just, to me, kind of like screams their whole like rebellion, like go, like make your own path, like forge ahead sort of message. And also like the message of the song with being controlled and sort of like dragged around and breaking out of that is also set up right from the start. And just like in the formations in general, honestly, but especially that first one that I pointed out where I said, oh, it's like the two members are controlling the back, because what they're doing in the front is complementary to what the group in the back is doing, in sort of a way of like, if they push, the others have to move, that sort of thing. So it's set up right from the beginning what they're going to be telling you in the song. And then also just in general, there's a lot of really interesting formations in this song, like something that'll seem kind of like normal, like a circle, but two members will be facing each other instead of everyone facing out, that sort of thing. So just sort of little tweaks on what you would expect, which I also think goes with the brand. The mechanical bull, let's talk about that for a second. So you really only see it at the very beginning of the music video, but it is like priming you to sort of have that feeling in your mind when you're watching it. One, with the message, they're talking about like following like machines, like bobbing around, being dragged around, that sort of thing. So it fits, but also that movement that the mechanical bull makes, because it's not just back and forth and it's not just like up and down. It's sort of this like back and forth, like rocking, swaying motion. You really see that in this dance. For one, because it does not stay still. Someone is constantly moving, but there's so many level changes, and there's a lot of times when the group will not all be at the same level, so you get that sort of like tilted feeling because half will be down and half will be up. There's a lot of directional changes, and they're surprise directional changes where it'll seem like they're going this way and then suddenly they'll be dragged that way. So the similar sort of like jerking feeling of being pulled back somewhere. So it always sort of like keeps you on edge, like you have to hold on and like pay attention to what they're doing. A few more things. So one, a really small detail that I really liked that I wanted to point out was in the chorus. They do a movement that's kind of like a chug, and in dance, the definition is like a push forward, usually on one foot, but you can do it on 2 feet. But it really stuck out to me in the chorus when they do it a couple of different times, because it's almost like they get knocked off balance and then they catch themselves, and that's the chug movement when they catch themselves. It sort of reminded me of like, you know, when you start to trip and then you'll like catch yourself. It kind of reminded me of like, oh, you're being like pulled and like you almost get like taken, but then you catch yourself. But my last comment, just really quickly, is also I really liked how they were sending energy in this choreography. Kind of like there's a lot of directional changes. There's a lot of opposite energy that they're doing, where like their body, for instance, would be leaning this way, but then their head and like their arms are not just like looking that way, but they're moving that way. And so you're sort of getting pulled in both directions. And it just makes the stage feel a lot more active and like a lot bigger. I just really enjoyed it. I always really enjoyed Blitzers though, so like it's not a surprise. So I'll end on that. Anna's turn.
Hello. Yes, it is time for my comments now. I guess the most obvious thing, yeah, we've mentioned in all of our Blitzers reactions now that they have a very strong like rock style sound, and we said that in the reaction too. This is really kind of more heavy metal. Like you hear the really, I don't know how many reallys I can say, prominent like electric guitar and bass throughout, but it's like so overwhelming in the chorus. And like once again, like we say, with that kind of music, it's really just to like get a message, a point across, which is very obvious in this song. When you read the lyrics, it's like stop being controlled, and like to get that message across, the megaphone sound effect that's placed in their voices that we kind of disputed over while watching the music video, which you hear in the bridge, but it also, you hear that in the chorus as well on their voices. Honestly, there's a lot of like different effects that are placed on their voices throughout the song, like distortions, because you also hear some sort of distortion on their voices towards the end of the pre-chorus. I think I like reacted to it in the video, but it made the voice sound like thinner, sort of twisted. There might be others in the song, but these were the ones that I thought of the top of my head. Speaking of sound effects, there are other sound effects in the song as well, like little instrumental sort of ones. It's most noticeable in the second verse. You hear these sort of like connecting sounds, but then there's also a lot of like the DJ sort of like record skip sounds. I noticed the record sounds again in like the end of the song, I think like the final chorus. But yeah, speaking of the second verse though, like we mentioned in the reaction, it's very, I don't want to say empty because that gives a negative connotation, but there's a lot of space in it, and I think it's definitely like to give a break from the overwhelming sound that is like what just happened from the chorus, the prominent electric. So it's mainly focused on like the percussion outlining the beat. So already like instrumentally there's a lot of space, but also in like their rap sections, the beat divide of their lines that they are singing, speaking, rapping, it's very spaced out as well. Like the words are too. I was honestly kind of surprised that they kept it that spaced out throughout the entire verse, because I was like, oh, well, usually at least like for the last phrase section, they will like bring it back up again to transition into the next section of the song, the pre-chorus, but like it was still pretty spaced out. In the back of my mind, I was like, oh, I wish that they had like done what I was expecting, but like leading on into the rest of the song, I was like, no, it's kind of necessary because the rest of the song is just so much like, whoa, in your face. I forgot to say this earlier along with the electric, but like once again, like very heavy on the bass as well. They kind of have horns too, but like synth bass, synth horns, because it's very like grounded, aggressive. Honestly, like I know other Blitzers title tracks are like in your face as well, but this one felt more antagonistic than the others. Not just like aggressive, but also antagonistic for this one. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Oh, but it's my turn to TLDR. So TLDR for this reaction is, first of all, Blitzers, congratulations on yet another amazing comeback. As you can see, we really enjoyed this sort of switch up in music videos style, but they once again were sticking true to their Blitzers sort of brand that they've created for themselves in like their music sound and style as well.
And if you also really enjoyed it and you want to keep talking about Blitzers or just K-pop, anything honestly with us, then come over to our socials, which are linked in the cards. And as always, if you enjoyed this reaction video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!